with Mullis last night, and he said when all the ships
Good morning. Rules sometimes starts at 9 o'clock. Bow with me. Lord, for another day, thank you. Lord, forgive us for what we are about to do. Hold us up when we disappoint you. Lead us and guide us. Keep your hand on us. And again, forgive us for what we do. Ask these things in your Son's name. Amen. Mr. Nix.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to ask to put Senate Resolution 95 back on the calendar, please. Going to try to do a little Lazarus move on it and raise it up again.
No questions, thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Kendrick.
Good morning, members of the committee. I am requesting H.R. 354, which is the third resolution down from the top of the page, and this is an urging resolution for the Georgia Department of Education and DBHDD to come up with a list of mental health training materials to provide to the districts.
No questions, thank you. Mr. Belton.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I bring to you H.R. 462, the number 4, on modified open rule. This resolution was written by the Speaker's office, recommitting the House to strengthening the military installations throughout the state.
No questions, thank you. Mr. Ligon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Under modified structured rules, Senate Bill 46, it would just establish the standard of liability for those injured while riding on rockets. It's
Did the House bill go through the Senate?
It did, and the author asked me to come ask for this as well, so I'm assisting him with what he's wanting to do.
All right.
Yes. It is the same exact wording. Correct. That's right. Correct.
Mr. Thompson.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. Yes, HB 1 did pass. I was fortunate to carry that for you. SB 141 on the modified open rule, carnival ride safety. It's engineering evaluation on these carnivals, which there's 106 of them in the state of Georgia right now.
No questions, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Huffstetler.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've got third from the bottom on modified open rule, Senate Resolution 130, which I've discussed before here, the study committee between the House, the Senate, and appointment from the governor's office to look at integrating the data in the state of Georgia. I won't go through the details unless you want me to, but I do want to mention again that Michigan that did this, Forbes magazine, says they're saving $1 million a business day once they did it, and I would ask your favorable consideration.
No questions, thank you. Ms. Carter.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Under modified open rule HR 57, which is the very first one on the list, the House Study Committee on Elementary and Secondary School Nutrition Programs. It's a study committee made up of 15 members, House only, and it will study a farm-to-table concept in school nutrition.
No questions, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Martin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm here to present SB 52. It's the first Senate bill on modified open rule. This allows licensed professional counselors to sign Form 1013s.
No questions, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Anybody on the committee got anything they want to say or do? I want to see somebody do something. All right, wait a second. Mr. Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to put my name beside H.R. 354 and H.R. 462.
Mr. Rogers.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to put my name by SB 108, and I think maybe you and I can have a conversation about it later on.
All right. I'm going to set the agenda for all my House members' resolutions we can do on 40. Under modified open, SB 52. Do I hear a second? Any opposed? It's on. Under modified open, SB 108. Any opposition? It's on. Modified structure, SR 95. Any opposition? That's it.